Geek Citadel.
Welcome to Geek Citadel Plays, and we're playing Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. This is an HD remake of an old classic game made by Jane Jensen. And, yeah, it's actually really nice looking. In comparison to what it used to look like, it was pretty much an old Sierra game, so it had that old pixelated look to it. You could barely make out a lot of the things that was going on in the background. But it looks like they improved tons of that stuff in this game. Everything from the animations. Gabriel looks more like his counterpart in the later series of the games.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Just a
Where
minute.
he's like long hair.
It lives,
and
I
whatnot.
see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry,
Anyway,
but Gabriel's
I'll let you hear a little
allowed.
bit of the game.
I mean, he's out. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Bye-bye. Good morning. You look like hell. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Yes, because having nightmares is what I do, apparently. 7th damn night in a row.
I told you, it's that Voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw with your karma.
Unfortunately, I don't think my readers would go for a horror novel about fluffy bunny rabbits. So Voodoo it is.
You mean your reader? She lives in Wisconsin, doesn't she?
Bite me.
Hey, what goes on in your bed stays in your bed as far as I'm concerned. I have messages for you when you want them.
So, people that have played the original game should know exactly who Gabriel Knight is. Well, who he's voiced by. It still retains the same voice actors from the original game. So you have Tim Curry as Gabriel Knight, and Mark Hamill was in there, Michael Dorn of Star Trek fame. A lot of famous people were a part of this game. And some of the major changes to the game are in the form of animations and just all around the 3D look of the game. So usually this here, we would find a magnifying glass on the table at this counter here, but in this version of the game it is instead inside of this cabinet with a bunch of stuff. It's pretty cool. So now it's a little bit more meticulous about showing you items. Like this type of thing pops up instead of just like it laying there and you're supposed to just scatter around and hope that you find it.
Good. You're beginning to look a bit scruffy.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
Now, playing the old school game, when you would read this newspaper here, nothing would pop up. But now Gabriel's given like a full scope of the newspaper itself.
Dated June 18th, 1993. The Aquarius
So really cute. I don't know what to say about her voice, but really New Orleans voiced woman here
Right.
would just tell Gabriel what was in the newspaper. But now he gets to know what's in the newspaper by looking at it. Pretty much the same stuff there. And this coffee machine, he can actually drink from it. In the original game, he say something about like he was full to the brim because I guess they didn't have the animation money. But he does have voiceover for when he drinks the coffee. So I'm gonna play a little bit of it. So I'm gonna grab this here. And oddly enough, this sketchbook is not supposed to be here because he's supposed to go to his grandmother's place and pick up the stuff. But that is not in this part of the game. So they changed a couple things as well. So let's go talk to Grace here. I'm gonna let you guys get into a nice what the conversations look like. They've changed quite a bit. Well, they haven't changed per se, but they do look different.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
So let's ask about some
Did you find any good voodoo resources for me?
The best in the city are supposedly the Dixieland drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in the French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. If you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
Do you have messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What did he want?
He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey, and that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Let me guess. This has to do with the Voodoo murders, right? Some kind of inside police information? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new book?
Maybe. A writer has a certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character's a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's enough. Thanks.
Do you have messages for me?
You got a call from someone named Wolfgang.
You can't
Kerr.
tell
He
by
was
now,
calling from
Gabriel
Germany.
is a
He told me it
real
was urgent.
misogynist
Maybe you
kind
should
of
give him a
guy.
call.
He's all about
Hell, if it's
saying
really
perverted
important, he'll
things.
call back.
Well,
because he's a
fine.
really
Let's
cute
just hope
guy
he's not with the
and he
German
gets all the
lottery
ladies.
For pitiful American authors.
It's that classic 90s video gaming.
Do you have
type
messages
stuff.
for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great. We had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry, I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
And she sent over that box on the table for you.
Alright, so we're done with Grace here. But as I played this game, and I played the original one as well, it looks pretty damn good. Like, I would say they look like the upscale. I don't know, I would say this is probably the best looking of what this team's done so far. I like Cognition. I liked. I didn't really like the way Mobius looked, but I like the feel and the look and feel of Gabriel Knight here. So we're gonna grab this black shirt. I'm gonna grab some hair gel over here.
Black shirt.
Now, when I retreaded through the original game,
You never
I
know
don't
when you need a touch
remember
of
the
them.
black shirt, but that could be because they've rearranged the way some of the, I guess, some of the events happen in this game. So it's not really the exact same as it was in the original game. It's more structured to, I guess, the storyline
I
now.
might need a flashlight.
Like originally in this game, you would go and visit his grandmother. You had a little bit more freedom about where you would go. But now it seems like you go to really specific places. A lot of places are actually cordoned off. If you, like, a lot of places are just like blocked. You'll see. I'm about to go outside right now. But
I'll
usually
be back
after I
later.
talk to Grace,
Have fun.
I would have the place to go to the grandma's. And I can't go to grandma's in this act. So we're gonna head on off to the police station. I'm gonna. So even this place has changed a lot. It looks really, really good now. Like I said, this is a really good remake so far. I mean, this is just a demo. Like you only get a couple of days, but it looks really good.
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, I got something for you, all right. As soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out at a crime scene. Sorry.
Where's the crime scene? Is it related to the Voodoo murders?
Crime scene information is police confidential. We don't need any more looky-loos than are probably already there. Here's that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
Thanks.
So now we're gonna head out and see if we can find this crime scene. So I want to talk a little bit more about the features here. So now there's this journal here where you can. So now there's a journal where you can read pretty much what's going on and get like a guess of what's going on actually. And now I guess you can open up hints and find out where to go. There's also a little tip at the top of the window where you can look around and see, hey, look at all these places that I can look at. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna head on off to, let's see, Jackson Square. Now this place has really changed. Before, when you played in the original game, you can barely move. Like, all the places are sectioned off. So you have to go up to the next part, and then it would load and you would go to the next part. But now, and this is a fully realized 3D area, so you can actually go to each location without having to hit a loading window. Alright, so now we're going to take this mime over here. As you can tell, I've done this before. Oh, I messed up.
Good day, officer.
Yeah, you.
I actually talked to the cop when I wasn't supposed to.
You white-faced geek, you want to eat my fist?
You white-faced geek, you want to eat my bread? What's up with the attitude, brah? But in all honesty, this mime is always supposed to be a jerk. Even in the original game, he's kind of like a douche.
Since Gabriel can't.
So you get close to him and you get him to kind of like follow you to this cop. Also, if you see any glitches or whatnot in the game, it's not finished, of course. This is just a demo preview, more like a beta preview. But the game does look fairly good for what it is. I would say it's really polished, except for like walking through that bike. Don't ask questions. That ain't happening.
Cut that out.
You can assume that Gabriel's a possessed ghost. Then.
All right, mister, you want some of this?
You white-faced geek, you want to eat my fist?
Little...
This guy's chimping out over here.
Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Nobody likes this mime. Like, no one. I guess the jock dude wanted to beat him up even while he was being while he was hassling the police officer.
North of the Lake Retreat Country Club? South, Lakeside Drive, north of the Piedmont Pier, south of the Country Club. Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead. Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning. It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. I got him, Ollie. Thank God. Have a good one, 91.
Interesting.
Hey, you, get away from that bike.
Sorry.
So now we're going to head to the crime scene. But as you can see, we got these new areas that have popped up. It's pretty much just how the map was in the old game, but this looks a lot better. It's pretty much the same, but you know, better icons, etc, etc. So here we are now. This little thing at the bottom is like the special edition kind of like look. So it kind of like tells you about things or shows you about sketches, shows you sketches. I guess later on they're supposed to be putting out audio interviews and whatnot into the book. So this is just like to show you back and forth how the game has come along from 1993. A sexier Gabe, oh yeah, James Jensen, designer. So you can see how Gabe looked before, and this is him now. Alright, so let's head on down to Lake Pontchartrain. I don't know.
Hey, Mostly.
Huh? Knight, you wiener, I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess I can let you see it for the book, but don't tell anyone, huh? Definitely another Voodoo murder. Same MO and no freaking clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
Oh, that's disgusting. Isn't this a rather public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're freaking ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports and nothing.
I like the cop's look on
Who
his
the
face.
hell is that?
He's just like, what is this?
Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, ma'am. We got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about.
I see. Thank you, detective. And good day, gentlemen.
I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Molly Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Nah, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
We've about wrapped it up, sir.
Well, let's get the meat wagon moving then. Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck and the water moccasins, though. If you want to talk, I'll be at the station tomorrow.
Thanks.
So here come like the first real puzzle elements in the game, so we haven't talked much about the controls. And I don't think we really need to. It's not like it's changed much from the adventure style of things. I would say it's good to feel it's like got that classic feel where you can examine items and combine items and all that good stuff that make adventure games fun. With a magnifying glass, you can see certain things closer up.
The label on the hair
Like the
gel
here.
The copy is almost at.
No one cares
Images
what you have
haunt
to
the
say.
pages
And
of
then
Philip
this
Knight's
is
sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious.
So yeah. And then here's like the combine button. So we will combine this shirt with this hair gel. And now one day if you want to go out in a black shirt, you just slide some hair gel right on your head and you'll be like, man, I'm really smooth. Yeah, I'm real smooth. And then there's the eye where
The
you can
envelope for
examine
Mosley
things.
is a plain manila one. It feels pretty light. Gabriel
So we're gonna
opens
open
the
this.
manila envelope and finds 2 photographs. One of the photos from Mosley is an official Voodoo murders crime scene shot. a graphic close-up of a victim.
So, let's see here. First things first. Oh, there's another new feature in the game I want to talk about. So you can just teleport anywhere you want to. In the original game you had to walk everywhere, but in this one you can just double click, double click, double click. It's really helpful, so you don't have to like waste time moving places. And let's go into the options as well. There's also another feature which I don't understand myself, but here is easy mode. And I don't know what easy mode does, so I'm going to back out. This will be the first time I've ever used it. So check it out. So you go to the bank here.
I'll take some of this clay with me.
Oh, easy mode just... So, what I can tell from easy mode, it looks like it just avoids using any other cool stuff. Like, you don't have to cycle through the hands and all the examining and anything. You just like go straight to the nitty gritty and get what you need from the business. Which is kind of lame if you like adventure games, but if you like it easy, I guess this is perfect for you.
Something small and iridescent is barely visible in the sand.
So I guess would we grab this magnifying glass here?
It looks like a scale of some sort. Gabriel
tweezers.
Carefully uses the tweezers to take the small, iridescent scale.
I think it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me what kind.
Let's go ahead and head over to these marks.
There's a pattern to the lines in the sand, but only one small area is clearly defined.
Alright, so I'm going to take the sketchbook and bada bing!
Let me try to copy this down.
I think we're done here, so we'll exit back to the map. We're gonna head to the is it the police station? I don't remember. I think it's the police station.
Can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
Okay, maybe not the police station. I know I'm supposed to be doing something else here. I got the sketch. I saw the body. I got the scale. Let's see.
The photo.
Should I look at the picture of Mosley? Lake pattern. Murder photo. Sketchbook. Huh. I guess I can go look up the snake. So, I'm gonna go ask Gracie back at home about the scale.
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Sweet Grace. Hello, girl.
What's up?
Now you can talk to Grace and ask her all kind of weird stuff.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
But I'll leave that to you. If you never played Gabriel Knight, it's good to get into the dialogue and enjoy all the stuff that Gabriel says.
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, you know, stuff about the Voodoo murders. If you can get an address...
Mm-hmm. The murders, right. I'll see what I can find out. Well, it's about closing time.
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gabriel. And try not to dream, okay?
Alright, well. Looks like Grace is leaving. Like I said, they need to work out some of the kinks of the bugs here. But, you know, it's coming along. Like I said, the game is not anywhere near finished. This is a demo. Day 1 and Day 2 is all we got here. I even don't want to show you all of the demo because I kind of want you to play it. I kind of want you to play Gabriel Knight. It's like one of the best adventure games that we've ever graced with. It's one of I'm gonna go out there and say it is Jane Jensen's best game that I've ever played. But I want to play a little bit of Day 2. I'm not gonna play it all. I'm gonna play enough of it so that you guys can get like for the people that have never seen Gabriel Knight before, you will see a little bit more of it. But for people that want to see what the remake's all about and what's changed, well, I could go a little bit farther. So let's keep going.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen. So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table. Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh, it always does that. Never mind.
Ha ha.
Did you dream about the fire and the hanged guy and that lion thing last night?
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address is?
Hey, far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West Ingram. That's the Garden District. Estate City.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I have ever seen. Ouch.
Ugh, men.
Gabriel is a little bit brash, but you know, I guess he grows on you. Maybe I was younger and cared more. May care less about his attitude. This is a little bit overbearing.
I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
This gift certificate that we missed out on before. So let's head on out. Check out some of the new places. So now, this place is open and this place is open. So let's head on down to the Dixieland drugstore.
Hello.
Huh?
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Bienvenue, Madame Casano. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink, not in weeks.
Now, don't that beat off. I'll need some easy night candles then, huh?
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosary good, sure enough, but you buying them candles too, boy, you gonna whip any no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them around to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know. Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dame. I've been in misery.
Now you put 9 pinheads up in a little box. Add a pinch of graveyard dust, put it up under her front post step. That'll turn the trick back on Miss Lefebvre, and she be the one with the bellyache. I got the pins of dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though, don't hurt to be proactive neither now, does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It's nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
I like how at the bottom it says Gabriel starts yapping. The Gabriel just start barking like a dog for no reason. It's so weird.
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
That sounds like a lie.
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
So we just talked to Willie. We said, does this mean anything? Like, what are we showing him? We keep showing him the same thing.
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, monsieur.
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
I like him I like how he's like so against certain things. He's like, oh, I don't know anything about that at all. Just throws his hands out like, no, not me. But easy mode, it looks like I can't talk to Willie. I can't like actually have a conversation with Willie. So I might have to turn easy mode off. That's kind of weird. So we're gonna have a conversation with Willie. I thought that was the reason we came here.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This is the Dixieland drugstore. And I own it. Me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
It's so weird that easy mode like isn't easy yet. I think maybe it's because it's not perfectly set to it's not perfectly fleshed out yet. So because I couldn't understand why I couldn't talk.
What do you know about the Voodoo murders? What did you say?
Nothing. Them killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
That's suspicious, Willie. He's like, oh yeah.
That customer of yours, the little old lady.
Customer?
The woman I saw in here, Madame Casino, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
Man, Willie is really abrasive. Hey, Willie, what you being like this for, man?
What did you mean when you said Caprice encore?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Alright, well. Willie is like the worst person ever. He does not want to talk to us about anything. So we're gonna go do some research. Back to good old shop. So let's go talk to Grace and maybe she can find out what Cabrice sounds blah.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
So sweet Grace, let's go.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame Casino? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Malia Getty was?
Grace, Casino's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
Wow. How rude.
I can't think of anything.
Alright, so we'll let her do the research. We're gonna plow out of here. I thought we could have looked up Cabrice or whatever that is. But that didn't happen. So let's head to the Voodoo Museum.
Welcome, my friend. Hello. I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I would be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight.
Is that?
And I'll probably take you up on that.
Is that the same drummer that was on Jackson Street? Is he just like everywhere? Like, why is he just like outside of a window now?
Given demand size, that doesn't seem advisable.
Oh, we're gonna rough him up.
Gabriel can't. That must be Marie Laveau. The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as offerings of fruits to the voodoo deities. The pole is solidly connected to the floor. An official voodoo wishing stump. Rub it and make a wish, a card says.
Funny, I say the same thing to women.
Wow. Such a pervert.
The voodoo shrine is filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
So we're just here to grab this.
A flyer advertising Magenta Moonbeam, a local voodooienne. Her parlor is on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine.
Maybe we can grab his voodoo doll.
It wouldn't be much of a voodoo museum without a voodoo doll.
I think that's all you can get from here. At least that I can tell. We're gonna go out and talk to Mr. Dr. John here.
Do you know this woman?
Magenta Moonbeam, yes. She is a local voodooienne. There are many of them in New Orleans. They often do business selling gris-gris, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. I often refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to her.
Let's see here. See if our buddy knows anything about this lake pattern.
Do these marks look familiar?
They look like the scribbling of a child to me.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks a lot, nice guy.
Could I ask you a few questions?
That is why I am here.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo, or the voodoo currently practiced in the city.
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and we'll
wow.
go
Tory
on from
time.
there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion, formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France.
Wait. This dude really telling us the history of voodoo? I don't think y'all care right now.
The Creole. Around
I mean, if you guys care, later you can play the game yourself. Go for it.
Of course,
I'm just here for the information.
Tell me.
See, I knew if the ding dong ding ding was gonna pop up. So that's what I want.
Tell me about Marie Laveau. Tell me.
Alright. That's all we wanted. The beam boom, beam boom.
A very large.
Big ass snake. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think you can do anything with the switch, right?
What does this do?
Turn that thing off.
Whoa,
that's sorry.
Pissed off.
We have air conditioning, you see.
Yeah, I see.
No. Probably gonna have to use that snake on him later, aren't I? Alright. Let's head on down to the St. Louis Cemetery. I'm gonna pick up this brick. Yoink. So, for those wondering about the resolutions and whatnot, you can play this game in full 1080p.
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hood.
It looks pretty damn good. I mean, for an adventure game, it looks fantastic. I like the character models. It looks like the dialogue screen shares that cognition feel to it.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans. A powerful voodooian and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leave offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from that voodoo museum, he's here at least once a day. But Marie Laveau's tomb isn't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
You said there were other marked tombs?
Yep. I've seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and corn green, animal parts, human parts even, it look like. Male parts, if you get my meaning. And this is one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Alright. So we're done with this sweet old man. Let's go on down. And out of this area. Let's see if we can visit that sweet lady before I'm done with this preview here. I think we've seen a lot of the game. And I think going... Like, this is such a story-driven game. I don't want people to see too much.
The Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular...
Well, let's see what we got here.
May I help you?
Better not try that. The man looks ready to whip up an army at the slightest notice.
Yeah, I just cracked this dude in the head with a brick.
Does this do anything for you?
No, it does not, sir.
Of course, cracking him in the head with a brick would be too easy.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
Alright. See you later. You just came here for no reason. Seems like a bad spot to leave us off at. So, let's go ahead and get out of here. Head on down to the police station. And let's see if we can find Mosley, voiced by Mark Hamill. Unfortunately, it's not in his classic Joker voice. So there's the sad point.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you?
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Yeah. What is it, you wanker?
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those marks around. We've got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Ciao, baby.
Ciao, baby. Wow. Let's go ahead and turn the heat up on Mr. Mosley. Let's talk to Franks.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo murders file. Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if you said so.
It doesn't even get confirmation. She's like, oh, well, if you said so. There you go, buddy. Whoa. That'll be fixed. Don't worry about it.
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
Let's take a look at this item.
Gabriel opens and reads the police file.
Alright. I'm guessing we need to make a photocopy of this. Give this back to her.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
We're gonna go in here and see our buddy Mosley has removed his clothing.
Hey.
Knight, come on in. Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
Nah, you're not hot, bro. So let's see here.
Mosley's desk has more growing on it than his head.
So let's go ahead and make our exit. I don't want to show any more of the game, really. I think this is
I'm gonna hit the road.
pretty good,
Ciao, baby.
like sign of what you should expect from a remake. And it's right now it's coming together really well. I like the way that the art design is going, especially since it's based off like an old DOS game. So if you want to check out Gabriel Knight, the remake, when it comes out, it'd probably be wise to support it, because this looks like a pretty good, what do they say? Pretty good remake. So I'll see you guys on the next episode of Geek Citadel Plays. If you can't tell, I am incredibly tired. I've been working all week. Finally got a chance to play some video games, but I'll see you guys on the next episode. Hopefully we'll have one very soon. And yeah, that's it. See you later. For more Geek Citadel reviews, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and check us out at geekcitadel.com. We're also in the social network with Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.